The repeat presidential race ordered by the Supreme Court has triggered a fresh round of grandstanding between Jubilee and NASA, with doubts being cast on the State House rematch, with NASA leader Raila Odinga insisting no election will be conducted unless radical electoral reforms are effected. Jubilee, on the other hand, accusing NASA of erecting roadblocks to precipitate a constitutional crisis to force a power-sharing deal as a political settlement. IEBC convening a consultative session to thrash out the sticking issues, but the start was rocky, with the two sides differing on the meeting's agenda.
One of the parties, that's the NASA party, raised an issue as to a bill which is in Parliament, which may be affecting the electoral laws. And this meeting has agreed that we look at that bill among other issues, and we cannot proceed today because none of us has a copy of the bill.
The bill proposed by Jubilee seeks to, among other things, relax the requirement for electronic transmission of results from the polling stations to the constituency and national tallying center, as well as punishing election officials who willfully fail to sign off results declaration forms. That bill stalling today's meeting.
So this meeting will be adjourned to tomorrow at 10 in the morning, where the contents of that bill will form part of the discussions which we shall be having. As a commission, we have set the 26th of October as an election date for the fresh presidential elections, and we are committed to giving Kenyans a free, fair and credible election.
Other issues that the two teams agreed to include in the list of agenda is NASA's demand for a new printer in the procurement of ballot papers, an electronic election management system, as well as the fate of IEBC officials accused of bungling last month's presidential contest.
We are aware that the country is watching, and we, all of us here are Kenyans on these tables. We are mindful of that, and we have that right at the back of our minds that we have to do everything possible to remove any bottlenecks that may hinder us as a commission to proceed with the comfort of all the parties in this election.
Though agents of the two rival presidential candidates have agreed to return to the negotiation table tomorrow, hardline positions persist as the country inches closer and closer to the deadline of the repeat presidential election as ordered by the Supreme Court. IEBC hopeful of an amicable solution to the outstanding issues to enable it to focus on preparations for the grand rematch that is 28 days away. Francis Gashuri, Citizen TV, Bomas of Kenya, Nairobi.